Morning, guys. It's early Tuesday morning, July 15, 2025. Cheers. We've been lucking out with these overcast skies and been keeping temperatures down about 10 degrees. So we've been getting into the mid to high 80s. We'd be in the 90s if it was just straight sunshine. So a little cloud cover can be a good thing. Got the apartment cleaned out last night. It took out all the trash. There was a bunch of stuff in there that just didn't need to be there. Painting, repairing sheetrock and stuff, all that came out, and now I got to go through it and process and get the recycles, and pack up trash bags and things like that to get rid of it. Separate the materials out as much as I can because recycling is free, so any cardboard, paper, anything like that, like a light bulb box and things like that. Friend came over and changed his axle the other day. The boot had ripped on it when he was working on his sway bar, and he went to cut the bolt and he slipped and cut the boot and tried everything, all kind of tape and everything to seal it. I told him just get a boot, so he ended up ruining the joint because he didn't get a boot. Here's what it is. You can get the sew-on boots. They're pretty good. They're not that expensive. Trash, paint cans, cork tubes, all kind of stuff. Sheetrock. Broke the sheetrock down in the barrel, and I soak it with water. And I'll break that down real small. Makes it real easy to get rid of. You can spread it out and just rake the paper right out of it and let the gypsum go into the ground. I mean, but just gonna bag it up and get rid of it. I did put some down just to show you what I'm saying. What ends up happening is the paper falls right off of it, as you can see, and you can just rake the paper up, let it dry, and throw it right in the recycle bin, which is what I'll do. I mean, call me a mega recycler, but if all they do here in Rhode Island is they take it and they bury it in a big hill up there. Matter of fact, the tallest place in Rhode Island is our landfill. It's literally our landfill. You get up to the top, you can see Newport from the other end of the state. So I'm not lying. I used to drive dump trucks up there. They changed it now. It got so tall that it was hard for the big trucks to get up there on wet days, so they put a tipping floor down below. But back in the day, you used to have to drive up the big hill, and you could see the ocean from Johnston, Rhode Island, which is inland about 40 miles. So the sun has been hidden behind the clouds, as you can see. It's been like this for a few days, and I'm not complaining because that kind of keeps the temperatures down. A little lucky. She kind of likes it too. Rain came through last night. Gave the truck a nice wash. Grass is getting up there. This week I'll be out cutting that again. Not much going on, guys. I've come so close in the apartment now that I'm able to start showing it to people if they're interested. But I'm keeping a tight list on who I rent to. I don't advertise publicly. It's all friends and relatives, word of mouth. I might have a cousin out there that needs some place to live. Coming back to Rhode Island? Sure, come on. You never know. Van truck, yes, has not had any progress. But it's getting closer. And I definitely decided that I am going to put a R4 700 transmission in it, the one that shifts by detent cable, so the cable runs up to the carburetor and that determines your shift. This currently has a turbo 400 with no overdrive, so I won't like the highway mileage. And this is going to be I'm all about getting good mileage, so putting that 4-speed transmission in will pay for itself. I priced them. I mean, a brand new one's like $3,000, but I'll probably find one at a junkyard and have it restored, rebuilt. I went in one time to have my 1980 transmission for my C10. I says, I need it restored. The guy says, what do you mean restored? He thought I wanted to do like a cheap job. And I said, no, I want it to last another 125,000 to 200,000 miles, depending on how I treat it. It's people are funny in business around here because there's such a fine line between, making money, and everybody wants you to lowball you because they don't have enough money, It's kind of how it works out. I don't live in the most affluent area. Most of the people that live around here that would be looking at, say, buying a truck like this, go to work every day, and so does the wife, if you know what I'm saying. Or they're retired on a fixed income. A lot of fixed incomes in this area. Ramble on. A little lucky. Alright, guys. You see what I dreamed about last night? I dreamed about driving this thing. And by the way, I'm just, for anybody who never maybe just watched this for the first time, I did cut these Apache trims off of that school bus over there. And it's a good sauce. I find that these, if you want to customize a car, man, there's an idea for a sauce of some metal that's already pre-shaped. And there's some long pieces on buses, and there's corners and everything else. Lucky, grazing like a cow over here. She does this, and so does the other dog. They like to eat the wet grass. I don't know if she's... don't think it's because she's sick. People say it's because they have upset stomach, but I think they just like it. Especially with the water on it, Out from Rest of Rhode Island. Hope you're enjoying your day.